Ladies and gentlemen, as we know that K-pop industry is the biggest industrial music in the world and have influence in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, K-pop industry also so big influence in the world, and the role model by the Korean K-pop. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the component of the K-pop industry is the beauty standard. Ladies and gentlemen, but you should know that K-pop standard is bring more harm, because if you talk about the beauty standard of the K-pop industry, they should be like long hair. Component of the beauty standard is like long hair, white skin, and they are so thin. But it is bring the negative impact for the health consequences, ladies and gentlemen. So this is bring more harms for us to follow the K-pop industry's lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. So I, as a opening, as a closing government, say that beauty standard of Korean is not a reference, ladies and gentlemen. So I continue my argument about the negative impact of the K-pop standard, K-pop industry, ladies and gentlemen, including the emergence of the fanatism toward idol, financing by the buying idol expensive goods, and also the most influential impact is wearing clothes that are not suitable for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. As we back to our country in Indonesia, as a developing country, so many poor family, as we know, everyone know that. So many poor countries, so they can buy the expensive good like the Korean style. And also the Korean wave itself has a negative impact on the personal behavior. My other argument about the other impact, exactly everyone knows that if Korean keep up using short clothes, because the clothes worn by the Korean are very dangerous. Why? For themselves and for all of women. Why I say like that? Because, for example, this is because have influence for all of the humans. So if they are going outside in the public spaces, they will feel uncomfortable, ladies and gentlemen, because they use the long short. This is have influence, and they will be get bullying by all of the society around them. My other negative impact of Korean culture, for example, in Indonesia, the negative impact of Korean culture entering in Indonesia, causing a very significant culture and shift. Apathy towards the mindset of the young generation to always imitate all aspects of the Korean life, because the influence of the social media, for example, for all of the media like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, it's the current application. Our young generation, our society in Indonesia always update the information about the Korean industry, because they are so like have like interest and really prefer about this application as the K-pop industry. So they will follow the lifestyle of the K-pop industry. So this is have influence for our country, and also for our culture, ladies and gentlemen, because different country in the world have a different mindset and also different lifestyle, different, and anything we are different. In this world is the diversity society in the world. So this is really bring more harms if our young generation must follow the K-pop industry. So I mean, as a government should like aggressive oppose the K-pop industry, ladies and gentlemen. In my last argument, I want to say that all all countries in the world should campaign and to overall and ask to their citizens and should be proud and continue and use their culture itself. Itu and and overall in my speech today I want to say that as a young generation, as a government should oppose the hip hop industry. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks.
Alright everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon everyone. The motion before the House today is, this House believes that feminist movement should aggressively oppose the K-pop industry. Before going to present our team's argument, I want to respond the arguments from the opposition team. Just now the second speaker from the opposition team said that beauty standard comes from society. We think that it is a big mistake if the opposition team thinks that beauty standard comes from society. Why? We know that in the world there are so different styles in our society. They also have different beauty standards. But now Korean K-pop brings more harms to our society. Why? We know the reality that in Indonesia music industry also use K-pop style. They make, for example, like Cherry Bell and also JKT48. They use Korean style and they also need and imitate the Korean style. They imitate their style life, their dancer, and they use what the Korean pop use, like clothes. Okay, continue to my argument. Now, I have three arguments. The first is influence the daily activity of individual. It means that when K-pop when many people watch the K-pop style on the TV, many people also want to imitate what the Korean people or the beautiful girls from Korean use in their life. For example, they use the short clothes and many more. The second is K-pop also will influence the daily activity of our culture. Why? Because we know and we have to understand the reality of our nation, or we know about in the status quo, many people also more know well about the culture of Korean than our culture. For example, like there are so many girls in our country know to do some dancing by using Korean style. But if we want the girls to doing some traditional dancing, they more want to do Korean style than traditional dancing. Okay, continue to the second argument. Instill race will slow the supper. Why? Because when everyone know what is a good style from K-pop and they want to be same like them, so they will force themselves to get anything. Maybe they will use their money to get a beautiful face, a beautiful body, a hot body, and because we know Korean style in beauty standard in Korea, thin is as perfect body of beautiful. Okay. Maybe that's all from me. The last one of my argument is that will raise our that every initial will slow the supper. Why? When they want to get a beautiful face, even they are black skin, but they want to get a beautiful skin like white skin, same like Korea, they will use their money to get beautiful face. It means that if all of many girls want to be same like Korean style and standard, beautiful standard, same like Korea, so that will kill the race, or the race will disappear. Maybe that's all from me I can say on this occasion. Thank you.